Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today is Brian Tackitt, and we are going to talk today all kinds of fun stuff about the Flora Wolves football squad, how they did, how their 2023 season went, and what we're going to have in 2024 here with Brian Tackitt. Brian is the head coach of the Flora Wolves. Welcome back, Brian.
Yeah, good to be back.
We'll get into it in a minute, but I just noticed something. Can you believe you are entering your 10th? 2 digits now.
Yeah.
2 digits. 1-0. Your 10th season as head coach of Flora football.
It's gone by fast.
Hasn't it really?
Yeah, it has.
Because you and I have been dealing with each other for 6 or 7 years now.
Yeah.
And so, I've helped nurture Brian
That's
a lot.
Right. That's right. Couldn't do it without you.
I know, and I appreciate that. Let's take a look what's going on in and around your area today, ladies and gentlemen. This is Wednesday, July 24th. Appreciate you tuning in today. There are a few things going on. Not usually on a Wednesday I can't find stuff going on, but today we do have a few things. A blood drive here in Flora. Well, they're in Flora at the Sherwin-Williams Midwax factory. It's at noon today. There's a blood drive, noon to 4 p.m. Everyone is encouraged to participate. Now, this is an Impact Life blood drive rather than a Red Cross blood drive. To schedule an appointment, there you can you can find a flyer. They're hanging all over town, or go to Call Impact Life at 1-800-747-5401, or go to bloodcenter.org, and then you can find the particular drive, group number 71394. Now, the donor bus is going to be located on the west side of the Sherwin-Williams building down there. That's where the grass is over there on that side, I think, right? And in the industrial park, donors get their choice of a $20 gift card or a donation made in their name to Make-A-Wish, Illinois. That's pretty cool. Or bonus points at the reward store will be given. I don't know what the reward store is. Maybe that's for the Minwax Sherwin-Williams folks. But yeah, there you go. Donate blood. It's a wonderful way to help your community. It saves 3 lives at a time. They split out the whole blood, the plasma, then they have the red blood cells and the white blood cells. So it's a nice way to help your community. What else going on today? Up in Effingham, just on the north side of Effingham, they've got a little place called Heaven's Patio, and they're going to have a big trivia competition tonight. It kicks off at 7 o'clock this evening. Also tonight up in Effingham, downtown at Village Wine. It's Wednesday night, so you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. It is Songwriter Open Mic Night every Wednesday, hosted by Poss Music Works at the Village Wine. Sign up to play, or just come in to watch and enjoy the show. It'll be starting at 7:30 this evening at Village Wine. One other thing to tell you about up in Effingham County, this is Free Laundry Day. Free Laundry Day for Effingham County. They do this once a month. It's scheduled for today at Becker's Wash and Dry in Altamont. 9 a.m. start. The Effingham County ROSC are the folks who put this together, and they provide all kinds of good stuff. They provide free laundry day for the community from April through August. Quarters, detergents, dryer sheets, as well as various resources will be provided. So if you haven't had an opportunity to get your stuff cleaned up, this is a nice way to do it. If you're up in the Altamont area, they'll help you out. Snacks will be provided. That's cool. It's on a first come, first served basis. And again, if you want any questions answered on that, get a hold of Samantha Hicks. She's the Effingham County ROSC coordinator, and her number 217-663-0823. That's a nice way to get a hold of those folks. Find out more information. Also, Clay County Fair tonight, Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen, the big livestock auction starts tonight, 6:30 p.m. Get there, buy yourself a rooster, buy a rabbit, buy a pig, buy a cow, depending on how much big money you ever gone to have you ever gone to the auction and bought something or sold something?
I think when I was younger, I took rabbits when I was in 4-H.
Did you take rabbits?
Yeah.
How'd they do?
I don't even remember. It's
Did you
been
ever
a
name them?
long time.
Did you name your rabbits?
Probably did.
Bugs?
Yeah, something, I don't know.
Every rabbit's got to be named.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a rabbit named Bugs, don't they?
Yeah, I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Been a long time ago.
I'll tell you how old it is for me. We had rabbits that we took to the fair as well.
Yeah.
And we had, you name them stupid names, but we did name one Brummer for Glenn Brummer playing for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
So that tells you how long ago that was.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, go to the auction tonight, and you'll have an opportunity to help out some 4-H kid. That'll be a lot of fun. What else going on today on July 24th, folks? This is National Drive-Through Day. National Drive-Through Day recognizes an innovation conveniently going strong today. The drive-through reached its iconic zenith in the 1950s, but stayed strong through the 50s and 70s and 50s, 60s, 70s and beyond. People have enjoyed this service since the 1930s. The ease of dropping up or picking up an item without getting out of a car may be something we take for granted. Actually, I do kind of figure I do take it for granted, because we didn't have. Whenever I was of that age, there were no drive-through fast food restaurants. The car pull up and the people on the skates and stuff.
Yeah.
That kind of went away, and then it took them about 10 years for them to have the fast food restaurants where you could drive through and pick up your food up at the window.
Wonder who the first restaurant to put that in.
Boy,
Good idea.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's got it now.
Oh, yeah.
That was the fun part during one of the only fun parts of COVID mania was seeing who had the longest line at the drive-through and trying to find the shortest line at the drive-through. Yeah. So today is a drive-through day. This was started by. Oh, by the way, did you know there are more than? Oh my gosh, how many fast food restaurants in the United States with drive-throughs?
Oh my. I don't know.
211,000. That's a lot. The drive-through format was pioneered for banking services, and it went from banking to restaurants.
Okay.
That does make sense, because
Yeah.
I remember driving through the bank as a 3-year-old. Well, I wasn't driving. Hamburgers sold for just 18 cents in some of the first drive-through restaurants. This was started by the National Drive-Through Day, started by Jack in the Box. Started National Drive-Through Day. So there you go. What else is today? Now, you probably shouldn't combine these two. You've got National Drive-Through Day. This is also, ladies and gentlemen, National Tequila Day. Probably not a good idea to combine the two. On July 24th, commemorate National Tequila Day with a little lime and salt. Mix up margarita, maybe a Paloma or a Mamacita to celebrate the day. People have been making tequila for centuries. It used to be known as a mezcal wine. In fact, tequila is mezcal, but mezcal isn't tequila. That's because tequila is distilled from a specific type of agave. Also, the law protects the production. Take a sip, you travel into tequila's history. Now, all right, I will ask you, what century do you think was the first time they discovered, this makes it easy. The century that the first Westerners discovered tequila. was Cortez.
15th century?
16th.
16th, I guess it would be, yeah.
1500s.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would know that. You're a history teacher,
Yeah.
for crying out loud.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
with that.
Cortez was arrived on the North American continent with his Spanish conquistadors, and they didn't care much for the fermented mezcal wine served them. However, the Spanish introduced copper stills to the population. Enter the distilling process. Wouldn't you know it, Cortez got them going on tequila. How about that? That's not bad. He also did a lot of bad things too.
Yeah.
But at least he did a little bit of that. What else going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is National Zookeepers Week. Starts the third Sunday in July, so that means it started on the 21st, and it runs through the 27th. This celebrates focusing on efforts made by all zookeepers who protect and preserve our wildlife and our vanishing habitats. Zookeepers are educators and wildlife ambassadors. This week-long observance raises awareness of the remarkable work they do year-round. This week, folks take time to acknowledge and appreciate zookeeper efforts and do nice things for zoo. I have never met a zookeeper in my life. You ever met a zookeeper?
No, I don't think so.
Where in the world, I guess, if we don't live in St. Louis,
Yeah,
where would I meet a zookeeper?
I don't know. Not too many around here.
Not too many zookeepers. This was started back in 2007. National American Association of Zookeepers started that. What else going on today? What do you want to see on TV, ladies and gentlemen? Major League Baseball. 1:20 this afternoon. It is the Brewers at the Cubs. Joe Rosh versus Justin Steele. That's on Marquee Channel 597. 11:35 today. Cardinals with hopefully the rubber match versus the Pirates. It's the Gordon Graceffo versus Martin Perez. Tonight, the White Sox are at Texas. Chris Flexen versus Nathan Eovaldi. That's on the Channel 643. Cardinals, by the way, were on 570. Probably 630. And the Mets are at the Yankees on ESPN tonight. Sean Manaea versus Garrett Cole. Finally, the Giants are at the Dodgers at 9:10 tonight. Robbie Ray taking on Tyler Glasnow. That's on MLB Channel 599. Did you realize also, even though they haven't had the opening ceremonies yet, the Olympics start today?
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
They are playing soccer. They're starting the preliminaries for soccer. Get up early in the morning and start watching that.
Yeah, probably won't. Probably not soccer.
Probably not. That's Brian Tackitt. I'm Bruce Dickey. You're watching Big Talk. We'll be back right after these. I'm going to switch cameras. Please do stick around back after these.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. My guest today is Brian Tackitt. He is the head coach of the Flora Wolves football squad. Brian, welcome back. Thanks very much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
How many years you been at Flora in total now? We had mentioned earlier that this is your 10th year head coaching. You've been, other than even playing and going to school there, you've spent more time at that school than you do at home.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, this is my, I think, 20th or 21st year teaching there.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You still do teaching history and civics and all that business?
Yep, history and government. Yep. I'm going to teach Illinois history this year, new class for me.
Illinois history, not Illinois civics. It's Illinois history.
Illinois history, yeah. And then
Really?
National government.
See, now that I never took an Illinois history class. I took regular. What is new about Illinois history wait a minute. What is good about Illinois history?
We may stop after have to get through the
You're stopping before that 1960.
Yeah. Mr. Ridge taught it. He retired, so they asked me if I wanted to teach it, and I took it. But it's all
Do they teach about the George Rogers Clark pathway and all that kind of
cover
stuff?
that. Yeah.
See, I figured you'd have to. And then you talk quite a bit about the Vandalia having the capital for a while.
Yeah.
Why'd they move from Vandalia to Springfield?
Lincoln was pretty, he advocated for that. Abraham Lincoln did.
He did?
Moved up there to Springfield.
Yeah?
Whenever he was on the Illinois General Assembly.
Because, they moved, he was only on the assembly like one term.
One term, yeah.
And they moved it right after that.
Yeah, he was big in pushing to get it up there.
He must have been a powerful dude. Back when he was 29 years old. I don't know. He got it done.
Yeah.
Although it is probably better in Springfield, though, than in, Kaskaskia or whatever. First
Started
one.
in Kaskaskia, Springfield just probably more centrally located as the population migrated farther north.
We haven't even talked Flora football.
Yeah, we do this every time.
We do that. Well, wait till I tell you where I'm going next month.
Okay.
I'm going to Gettysburg.
Yeah, you mentioned that during baseball season.
It's going to be, I'm going to have, I just finished day 2. I'm rereading Killer Angels.
Yeah.
And I just finished day 2.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've read that, but I've read that,
I'm going to enjoy that. See, we'll talk about football here in a second. Here's what Flora did last year. Had a 3-6 season. A little bit disappointing for you, wasn't it, Coach?
Yeah.
And it would have been a lot different. You didn't realize you were playing Dupo until the season had already started, right? And that's a tough loss on the road right there.
Yeah, that was the back-to-back weeks there in 7 and 8 where we lose a 4-point and 2-point game. If you win both those, then you at least get to week 10. But close in both those games, kind of came back at the end in both of them, but just didn't get it done.
Coming up, you went 3-1 to start the season, and then you kind of ran into some 3 or 4 teams at the top of the conference there with Johnson City and Fairfield and Sesser. Was the team a little beat up heading down there to Hamilton County?
Really, you can add El Dorado into that as far as, a physical game, and then...
After El Dorado.
Yeah. Well, El Dorado, then Johnson City, then Fairfield, 3 physical teams in a row, and we've probably been beat up a little bit.
Well, let's talk a little bit. I haven't had him on the show since the fun down at El Dorado. And El Dorado, of course, after the game, there were arrests made, and people charging the field, and people charging the locker room, I guess, right, or something like that.
Yeah, they kind of came after the kids,
Thinking back, and I'm not going to rehash the whole thing, but thinking back on all the rigmarole that happened after that game, Was it unlike anything you'd ever been through as a coach or a player?
Yeah, I never would have expected ever to go through anything like that.
Tell me exactly give me the short version of what you saw.
Well, we won the game on the last play
Right.
of the game, and of course I'm watching the ball and my receiver. I'm not paying attention to anything else. It seemed like it took forever for that ball to get to Braxton Huddleston's hands. But when he caught it, for us, it just elation on our sideline, and I didn't really know what was going on the other end.
And you didn't need the extra point.
No, we didn't need the extra point.
I mean, you were behind 18-12, right?
Yeah. And I know Coach Clark thought there was an illegal man downfield, which I think the snap was from like the 2-yard line. So, he was upset about that, and obviously on our side,
Wait a minute. I didn't realize that. The snap was at the 2?
Yeah, it was real close. Yeah, it was 2 or 3 yard line.
You've got 3 yards on either sside.
Yeah, and then the ball was in the air for so long, and of course I went back too and kind of looked up the rules and how that all would go down. But when the ball went across the line of scrimmage, it was still in the air for seemed like forever.
Well, he was lobbing it into
because it was
the
a
court.
lob.
Yeah.
So there was a lineman that kind of elevated that way, kind of watching the ball and to see, but it was well past it, went past the line of scrimmage. And
okay. All right. So that's the last play of the game.
Yeah.
Game ends. Okay, so
Yeah.
everyone goes to meet in the middle of the field, the 50-yard line, typically.
Yeah.
Like the good job line.
Yeah. We were I was trying to make sure that we didn't have to do the extra point, which I didn't think we did. I knew we didn't need to, and ask a few questions there, and then all of a sudden there was just a big rush, commotion on the other side of the field, and then that kind of dissipated, and then we do the handshakes.
Oh, okay. All right. After the rush on the field.
Well, no, I'm
come back to do that.
Well, they had to go over there, and they were dealing with Coach Clark, he was lobbying for the illegal man downfield.
Right.
And once they got that settled, and then they said there's no penalty and game's over, and then we went to shake hands.
To midfield. So everybody's going through the midfield line, and typically you're at the end of that, right? Or are you?
Usually some teams do it differently. Sometimes I typically go to the back of the line. Sometimes coaches go off and kind of do shake hands on their own. I like to shake hands with the kids too. So I think I was just in the back of the line.
So about 2/3 of the way through, there's a little bit of a rambunctiousness.
Yeah. I think that I think maybe a comment was made that maybe got taken wrong. But there's a lot of excitement on both sides, and it's an intense game. And so it's. Almost like you need to wait 30 minutes before you shake hands, in a game like that. But we was going through lines, and I think maybe something was said from one coach to the other that was taken, entirely wrong.
Taken improperly.
And Coach Clark got a little heated up, and
So you got the team off the field.
yeah, well, I was
Eventually, after people were climbing the stands.
Yeah, when I got to Coach Clark, we kind of embraced, and I think at that, he kind of hugged me and said, "Hey, I'm sorry, good game." I really do think somebody thought that, like one of his kids thought that we were scrapping.
Yeah.
And that kind of, they came over there, and then that's kind of how it got going.
That kind of escalated it.
You diffuse a fire, and another fire would, So eventually, I kind of just said, "Look, let's go to the locker room." Not that we were being disrespectful, but there wasn't any good coming from shaking hands at that point, really.
Right. So you went to the locker room. There were at this time the police began to get involved.
Yeah. So I made sure everyone got to the locker room. By that time, we had fans on both sides that had kind of hopped the fence, and there was when I thought everything was headed to the locker room, I went to go talk to our radio, and that's when I saw one of the El Dorado fans get body slammed by a deputy, and I think he's the one that got arrested, and he was going after one of the coaches or something. I don't know.
All right. So this is something you've never seen before.
No.
Never want to see again.
Never want to see again. You're way too close to being viral.
It really could have. I mean, it was like a dynamite, stick of dynamite.
Yeah.
Potentially lit up or something there. I'm presuming that I guess I bring all that up because bygones are bygones on that, aren't they?
Yeah. We played the fresh off game the next week, and Coach Clark contacted me and apologized, and I've talked to him, at the all-conference meeting, different things, and, it's water under the bridge, and we'll go on, and I guess they'll come up this year and just be a football game.
Yeah, that's exactly. All right, well, so a year you didn't want, there were 2 or 3 things in the year of 3 and 6 that you didn't want. You'd like to have had the close win versus Hamco would have been nice. Close win at Dupo would have been outstanding for the squad. Although, like I said, you kind of ran into the top half of the Black Diamond, kind of got you, didn't it?
Yeah, of course, we knew Sesser and Johnson City were going to be good. You always know Fairfield was going to be good. Carmi was still better than
they were better than expected, weren't they?
I thought they would be.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I tell you what, let's do. Let's take a quick break, folks, and then we're going to come back. We're going to talk about a little bit more about last year's team, but not much, and then we'll get toward the 24 this fall's football squad. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. I've got Brian Tackitt here back after this.
Hi, my name is Landon Carter, and I'm a financial consultant at Benjamin F. Edwards in Flora. Whether you're planning to send a loved one to school, preparing for retirement, or passing your wealth to the next generation, we have the knowledge and perspective to implement financial strategies that will help you move smoothly through life's transitions. Here at Edwards, our clients know that we are fully invested in their financial future. To find out more, call Duke and I invite you to give us a call at 618-508-8050. Benjamin F. Edwards, member SIPC.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
Good.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Talking with Brian Tackitt today. He's the head coach of the Flora High School Football squad. Tough year last year, but and didn't finish exactly the level you wanted it, but that leads you had a good group of seniors that have graduated. Tell me about some of the kids, because you just had a couple playing an all-star game, right?
Yeah. Logan Atwood and Andrew Wicke played in that Southern Illinois All-Star football game, and of course both those two will be big shoes to fill. I think Logan was our leading tackler, kind of our defensive captain, took the calls, inside linebacker, but and then Andrew Wicke, he played both ways for us. Well, they both played both ways, but Wicke was a slot receiver for us and really good in our secondary too. But yeah, they enjoyed their time down there. It's good to see kids get nominated and get selected for that kind of a reward for
that's a lot of fun, and their families just love going down there. Probably watch them play one. Are either of those boys or anybody else on the team going to try to play in a college level?
No, Logan was going to try to play maybe baseball, walk on. He wasn't for sure about that. Andrew had contact with McKendree, but he decided not to play too. So
where's Logan going to school?
Logan's going to Southern Indiana, or Evansville.
Okay.
Yeah, ISU, whatever it's called.
I would think he'd probably have a shot on the on ISU's baseball team.
Yeah.
Or USI, I mean.
USI, yeah, I had a job with. Yeah.
Yeah, he'd probably have a pretty good shot for their
Good player.
as a catcher.
Yeah, yeah.
He always, that's the thing in college, you got enough pitchers,
Yeah,
you can fill out catchers all you want.
yeah, yeah.
But they may not play all that much.
Yeah, I think that's what he was kind of the way what he wanted to do, where he'd be at on the depth chart, pecking order, and a full load of academics. So he'll figure it out.
This season, you've got another few little wrinkles here. Do you usually play another team in the scrimmage week? I know I saw that Fairfield's doing that this year as well. They've got Olney coming down.
Well, it's the first year that the IHSA is allowed.
Oh, is that right?
Teams to do
I didn't know that was
Yeah.
that was not.
That had kind of been, they proposed different things to the IHSA, then the board's got to vote on it, and I think it'd been rumbling for a couple of years on that, and they just passed it there this last winter, so.
It's kind of an intriguing choice to
Yeah.
make, isn't it? Because you don't get a meet the fans night for your locals.
Yeah, and I know, and I talked to Coach Green, we're going to go there this year, he'll come to our place next year, so
Yeah.
at least we get that, but it's different. We didn't really decide whether we was going to do that or not, and we thought about it, take some time to think about, because you got the injury, situation too, but that could happen in your
In practice.
Yeah, so we decided it's probably beneficial to go and do something. It's a very controlled scrimmage.
Yeah, I was going to say a scrimmage like that, you're probably looking at no kickoffs or anything.
Yeah, there is rules with it. There's no special teams. I think you got like a session of like 12 offense, then 12 defensive plays, and then a break, and then you do that again, and then I think that's basically it.
The thing is, getting to play a team like Salem, a school with double your size or close to double
probably.
the size.
Yeah.
For 650 kids.
Yeah.
Over at Salem, that's got to be if you come out healthy.
Yeah.
That's a big boost it's got to be a big boost to your squad.
Yeah, it's good for our line to go up against like some of those kids. You'd think that might at least be one of the bigger line that you'd see this year. So you can go out there and do some good things in that week 0.
Well, that's true, and they play a pretty high level of competition in that Cahokia Conference. Let's take a look at the other intriguing thing. What in the world on October 18th is the TDW Academy?
Good question. They contacted us. Mr. McNeely asked me what I thought about it, and I said, well, give me some time to research that. We just couldn't find a whole lot of information really on them.
No kidding.
Yeah. Smaller school as far as enrollment-wise goes, but kind of like a charter private school.
Now, it's not going to be like that one that was on that they had the ESPN special. Or that played on ESPN after not having a school or something like that.
I can't remember the name of that.
What was that? Bull Rush or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't,
They had like old men out there, didn't they, or something?
Yeah, they had like 22-year-old, 23-year-old kids who'd been to college. No, I hope not. They said they had about 26, 27, 28 kids. So. Okay, so that'll be at home.
Yeah, that'll be at home.
That's cool. Starting out the season down at Carmi. Let's just go through a couple of these. You mentioned last year Carmi. They played a little bit. They had a little bit better season, I think, than folks expected.
Yeah, they did. And so we got to make sure we're prepared to go down there this year and expect similar type of situation.
Well, down there at Carmi, that's always a tough place to play too. It's a long bus ride, and kids. And then you got the CZR at home. What do we know about CZR? Did they change their head coach again this year?
No, same head coach. So that continuity will at least be good for them.
Yeah.
The kids that have the same coach the last couple of years.
I mean, that's been the trouble part for CZR. They've gone through Hargrove and then a couple others since then.
It's tough to kind of know what's expected of you as a kid when your coach switches like that. So expect them to be pretty competitive.
Get a chance to pick up Edwards County the next week, going to Edwards County, down to Albion to play the Fighting Lions. They've been down. You kind of want to keep them that way, don't you?
Yeah. I just talked to Coach Gerlach this past weekend down at SIU. His boys down there at the lineman camps.
Oh, really?
They've got some good athletes, and I think they're going to be juniors now.
That's the thing. They've always had some pretty decent athletes.
Yeah.
They just need to get the kids to get out.
Yeah,
to come
I think
out.
they have a hard time, keeping the numbers up. But yeah.
How are your numbers?
So we are just a hair under 60. So yeah, the good numbers for us.
60 is pretty good, and that's senior through freshman.
Yeah,
right?
it's freshman through senior. Yeah.
Did you have a pretty good? How was the attendance at your camps?
Camp's been good. Camp running this week. We've had around 50 there last. But we got the fair going on, and we do have some kids that are
4-H kids.
4-H kids that are doing stuff out there. So we know that's going to happen.
That's just kind of that's kind of part and parcel of having summer workouts.
Yeah.
I hear so many times from parents when their kid isn't getting the playing time that they think he deserves.
Yeah.
He or she deserves.
Yeah.
They say, well, jerk coach, he had these summer workouts that little Bobby couldn't make summer workouts because he didn't want to go, or he was doing something. How much of a how near to correct is that thought?
No, you definitely have that. We keep a point system, so we can always, we can always refer back to that if we needed to with a parent or somebody. Here's how many points they accumulated. Here's what they needed to get. That was possible.
But that's the thing, though. Their kid has to earn a spot, just like the kids who go there every time are earning a spot at the time, right?
Yeah. It's week one, you start trying to earn that spot in November when the weight room, opens up.
Oh, you keeping the points all the way back?
Oh, we start in November.
Brian, you're so mean.
Yeah. It's a accountability with the kids.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. And you want to keep them doing something, too.
So they get points for, if they're playing basketball, they're accumulating points,
Sure.
baseball, track, that sort of thing. And it's a fine line. The kids, if you're in 4-H, go to 4-H. That's part of your childhood, too, and we don't try to take all the time.
I tell you what, I didn't play a spring sport. I guess I had to earn the points, I'd had to be in the weight room. Right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I didn't much do that. Who's kidding who? I was there all the time. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to talk a little bit more about some players individually here on Big Talk when we return back after these. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. We didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. I got Brian Tackitt here. He's the head coach of the Flora High School. Who all's your staff? You depend a lot on your staff, don't you?
Yeah, I have to, especially in summer. I'm busy with baseball and different things. Got to kind of rely on those guys. Scott Warren's been there a long time.
Scott was coach before you, right?
He coached some before I had. Then he had quit and then got back into it after I got back there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rendell Flood. He played there. He graduated from Flora same year Cody Glassford did. They're both there coaching. Curtis Oaks.
Does it help get it in, or I guess that makes it more interesting for some particular assistant or volunteer assistant coach if they played there, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you take pride in the program that you played for and spent some time in, and it was that way with me too when I started out.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Who else involved?
Curtis Oaks and Corbin Roth are also coaches on staff too. Caden Borchadine, he graduated a few years ago. You
got Borchadine back?
He's going to help coach. He's finishing up his teaching degree.
Okay.
So, and he wants to get involved in coaching, and it's a good opportunity for him to be there when he can.
A little volunteer coach.
Volunteer coach.
Who's your trainer?
Will McAllister is our trainer, and Jake Ledgerwood's our strength conditioning coach.
You got to mention the athletic trainers.
Yeah. Right? Well, he works pretty hard, especially in a sport like football. But you got to cover everything. There's times when I got to leave, head to volleyball or whatever. So he stretched pretty thin, but does a good job.
This is it's been a lot of fun watching Flora football over the last several years. I've been treated to some kids just taking 4, 5, 6, 8, 10-step drops and chucking it.
Yeah.
The Helm boys are a lot of fun. We have Parker coming back, don't we?
He is back, yeah. So this will be the fifth year out of
six
that we've had a Helm at quarterback, and he likes to chuck it. So he got that from his brother.
Yeah, well, I wonder.
He watched his brother play, so yeah.
Who all you got in the backfield? I mean, you've got some kids back, because you were kind of youthful the last couple of years.
Yeah, we were. We used
last year anyway.
We used quite a few backs last year. We just didn't really get into a real good rhythm running the ball. But I know the top 3 rushers are back from last year to this year, which Quentin Black will be a senior and Jarrett Burkett, they'll both be seniors, and then sophomore Cormac Massey.
Okay.
So I'd think, those guys are probably in line for
Cormac and Quentin. They've got good little bodies to be.
They do
bowling ball type of bodies, don't they?
Yeah, and they both work hard in the weight room, built kids, and that's why they flip over on defense and they're the linebacker type.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense. How about who we got in the slots? Who's going to be out wide?
Yeah, we got Garrett Patridge should be a returning senior. I think his second team all conference last year. Probably one of our top receivers. Braxton Huddleston did a good job last year too in his role, but he bumped up there this year. Jace Moore, he was a kid that he missed the whole season last year.
Yeah, he was out with a
chest
elbow
injury.
Yeah, okay, that's right.
Yeah, and so he
came back about a month into the basketball, right, or something like that.
He got cleared. He didn't play basketball. I think he's going to this year.
Oh, okay.
He didn't play basketball because he wasn't going to be cleared for the whole season either. He got cleared right before baseball season.
Played baseball.
Yeah,
played doggone good baseball.
Yeah, he's a good baseball player.
Yeah. What's he? So you're going to put him outside?
Yeah, he's about 6'4", so put him as an outside receiver. Yeah, and then slot wise, we got a lot of different kids we can put in there too. Keelan Crawford's a sophomore that we're pretty excited about too. That's pretty talented, and we just have a handful of guys that will probably run in and out of there.
Tell me about the offensive line. It was really young last year.
Yeah, last year we started 4 sophomores. And then we had the one senior, that was the center. But so we'll have returning starters, Andrew Shelby and Peyton Scroggins and Logan Keach and Andrew Hartman.
Those boys they've been working hard. They have. Starting as a sophomore, sometimes a kid can get in their head that I started last year, I'm going to be able to
Yeah.
walk right in. But it's good when you have kids who don't have that kind of mindset in.
Yeah, and none of those kids play basketball, so they spend a lot of time in the weight room in the winter. I know Peyton, and some of those, I think maybe all of them did something. There's Peyton and Logan Keats right there, two of them.
That was down at the camp, right?
SIU lineman camp, yeah. And Peyton there on the left, I know he's been to Illinois State for lineman camp as well too. So he's had a busy summer and he's worked really, really hard.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay.
Logan does the same well.
So you've got the line in pretty solid shape.
Yeah, we just got to figure out, lose Kretzinger last year as a senior at center, and that's a big spot at center. So
you bet.
You got to figure out what we're going to do there.
Helm going to be going under center most of the time? You're going to be snapping back?
We're mostly shotgun.
Yeah, mostly shotgun.
Yeah, I mean, he can go underneath there, but we're mostly shotgun.
You lost a couple of big dogs on the defensive side.
Yeah, we did. With we mentioned Logan and Wiki. Gabe Kretzinger played a lot of defense for us too, and Harrison Arnold was a big defensive player for us last year too. So I think as far as the majority starters are back defensively, but huge
Big
shoes to fill. Probably more so on that side of the ball than
really?
offense. Well, I mean,
I guess that makes sense since you're not losing your quarterback.
Yeah, and the leading receiver, Trey Wells was a big receiver for us last year. He had a really, really good year until he broke his leg there at week 8 at Dupo. But so we got to replace him. A lot of catches to replace there, but defensively as a bulk, more kids there. We got to figure out what to do with.
It's kind of fun, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, getting the opportunity to. We've talked about this before. It's a lot of fun watching a kid grow.
Oh yeah,
and having make their own opportunity, isn't it?
It is, and I know sometimes a junior can get kind of frustrated with. They want to play more, probably some. A kid that comes to mind, and I'll mention, I don't think he would care, like Nick Kimbrough. I know last year he got a little frustrated with, playing, but, now this is his year, and he's had a good winter, and it is fun sometimes to see those kids kind of come in and that aha moment, this is my time, and kind of
and grab it
and go. Yeah, you're right.
That's cool. That's a lot of fun. I'll tell you what, let's do. We're going to take one more quick break. We're going to talk about, I skipped half the schedule. We'll talk a little bit about that. Maybe a little special teams. They haven't changed rules in high school football. You're still kicking, aren't you?
Still kicking, yeah. Still kicking.
We'll be back after this. Stick around.
Fashion is our passion at Carnaby Square. We specialize in customer service and have since 1980. Our multi-generational boutique features your favorite on-trend to classic famous maker fashions, footwear, accessories, and a massive inventory of Brighton. So come, relax, explore, and elevate your look with us. Everyone is welcome, where we always wrap it, tag it, and bag it for free at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
Napa Know-How.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa Know-How experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa Know-How at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Joined today by Brian Tackitt, Flora High School football coach. And let's talk special teams. How's our punt squad going to be?
Well, we got
punt squad kick and the field goals.
Punting wise, we got the first team all conference kid back. Jaden Lee was first team all conference for punter. Yeah, he does a heck of a job.
That's a weapon, isn't it? I mean, that is a heck of a weapon.
You can flip the field sometimes especially if they don't catch it and it rolls. And in Cessar last year, he had like a 60-yard punt or something.
Wow.
But got the roll, but he's pretty good. So he's got a good chance to be pretty good at that again. Kicking wise, open.
At what point do special team players get college letters? Or do they ever get called? Has anybody contacted you about? I mean, you got an all-conference punter.
No one's ever contacted me about a punter.
We got to get Jaden sending out the YouTube videos and stuff like that. That's how you get that done. Well, that's really cool. I skipped over half the season. We talked about Edwards. El Dorado, they were under 500 last year. What do you think of the Eagles? Boy, that's a program that you very seldom see down for long, do you?
Yeah, it's before we got there, I thought that was probably we played El Dorado in the playoffs that one year. That was really, really good.
Yeah.
Since we got in, and it's kind of been down, but probably look for about the same from them. I don't know.
JC was in the top of the conference last year. Any chance for a drop? They're just so well coached, aren't they?
Yeah, Coach Thomas does a good job. I think if you're the team to beat, if you won it last year, you're the team to beat. So I'd give them.
Give them a leg up, don't you?
Yep, I would.
Playing down on an afternoon at Fairfield. When's the last time? Other than playoffs, you played afternoon game.
Well, 2 years ago, it was afternoon game there, Fairfield.
Okay.
Maybe the last afternoon game we played.
The Marshall game. No, was it Marshall or Newton a couple or 3 years ago when he had to go up there twice?
Oh, yeah. Maybe Marshall. I can't remember.
Marshall? I can't.
I don't remember now, but it's been too long.
I bet you I could ask McGrew. He'd know.
Oh, he would know. Fairfield's going to be good, though.
Hamilton County, you're going to have a little revenge on your mind for that, aren't you?
I think so. Last year I think we took that game a little too lightly, maybe banged up like you said earlier, but actually we've lost in the last 2 years.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, they beat us at our homecoming game 2 years ago, and a game I know we took too lightly. So
that's time to you. I mean, you got to wake the kids up that week. Does homecoming have any effect on them? I mean, do the kids start thinking about the dance and stuff like that?
I mean, I think it's more of just the week's activities. You probably lose some focus. We just emphasize give us your time from 3:30 to 6, and do what you do at the dance.
We already talked about what's TW stand for, by the way.
I don't even know. I don't know.
That's a
hopefully not touchdown Warriors or something. Hope not.
Well, let's see what's the picture. Wildcats, probably. Touchdown Wildcats.
There you go.
Then you got Cessar Valera at home to finish out season. Senior night. A good group of seniors. How many seniors you got?
Got about a dozen.
Got about a dozen seniors.
Yeah, so it's good for us to have a bigger bigger senior class again.
Well, I tell you what, it's going to be a lot of fun. Looking over the rest of the conference, any surprises? Would last year's conference records be able to? I mean, you'd like to be one of the big surprises this year.
Yeah, we'd hope we go up, but if we steal some wins, someone's got to take those from somebody, so someone's got to fall down.
Has Vienna canceled their season yet?
Yeah, they have officially canceled the varsity season. Yeah.
The varsity.
I think they're going to try to play JV.
Are they? How many years do they try to play JV or try to play a season before they decide this ain't working?
Yeah,
because they never have built the field.
Yeah, so this is our 4th year in the conference. I think we played them one time.
Oh, is that right?
1 out of 4.
Down there?
Down there, yeah.
So at least you got a chance to play in the corn.
Yeah. Kids getting dressed in between 2 parked buses.
Yeah. That was that's
it's experience.
That is certainly an experience you'll take to your bedside as you're going to sleep.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Who are we rooting for? What are the Illini going to do this year? This is Big Ten. They've had Big Ten Media Days, are today.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully 3-4 wins. You think they'll be better than that?
Oh, come on! 6, 8,
6?
10, 15. Who knows?
I don't know. I hope so.
That'd be see how many wins would they have to get to win the national championship? Let's see.
Oh my!
You've got the if they win the Big Ten championship, they get to bye, so it'd be 3 wins from that. Add that to the 4, the 12, so they go 16-0.
That's right. They got the new playoffs this year.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah, they go 16-0.
16-0. I'd take it. I'd take it.
How your Bears going to do? What do you think of losing Justin Fields and bringing in Caleb Williams?
I'm not a Bears fan.
Oh, I forgot.
Cowboys.
Oh gosh, your Cowboys. Okay. All right. When are you going to sign Dak then?
I don't know. I hope they get that done. They should have done that before the off-season got started up so they could free up some.
They haven't.
I know.
They haven't. Free up some nerves, I would think you would free up.
Yeah.
Because, the thing is, they're going to have to pay him either way. If they franchise him, they're going to pay him. If they
won't. That's a lot of money because he's been franchised once. So
yeah. So it's $50 million.
It's crazy. I mean, I know you don't want to pay him, and you think, is he worth $50 million or not? I like Dak. I don't know if he's worth 50, but that's just the market.
That's the market.
That's the market.
They're going to pay. The Packers are right now talking with Jordan Love for crying out loud. He's played 1 year,
and it's $50 million for him.
It's $50 million.
Yeah. Speaking of the Packers, so last year, my son's a Packers fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my oldest son Lincoln, he's a Packers fan. So I broke down and we bought tickets to that Packers Cowboys playoff game.
You went down to Dallas for that.
Went to Dallas.
Now, see, this I had not heard.
And I've never been to Dallas for a game. Been to Indy, St. Louis, Cincinnati, and I thought
you're never going to go again.
I thought this is about as safe as I can get. Playoff game, which is great. It's like maybe going to a regular season Carolina Panthers game. I could see.
You're at home for the playoffs. This is going to be the easiest deal.
Jordan Love and
we're playing against a rookie, basically a third-year rookie.
And I thought
quarterback.
This is going to be a good trip. Was the absolute longest drive home.
What was your son? How'd your son enjoy the game?
He loved it.
I bet he did.
He loved it. He talked a lot of trash before the game and enjoyed interacting with Packers fans before the game. And I thought, have your fun now. But he got the last laugh.
How about how was the crowd down there at?
Got pretty quiet quick. It was
before the game. I mean, what was that?
Before the game, it was a great crowd.
I've been to NFL games, and it's
nobody. Kickoff was just so loud in there.
90, there were like 80,000 people or something in that thing.
Yeah, probably pushing over 90, I'd say, for that playoff game, standing room. There's a Walmart right beside there. We were told to go there because there's like licensed apparel in there, kind of a little cheaper. So we parked over there, and you look over there. It looked like something out of Star Wars, like the Death Star or something. Just how big that stadium is.
Is that right?
It's just
so. That's the Walmart is on the north side of the interstate or the south side of the interstate?
Oh boy, I don't know.
Because the stadium's on the south side, right?
It's just right there by the stadium. It's like. I mean, if you went from the Walmart parking lot...
So it's not across an interstate?
No, it's just the stadium parking lot's right there, right next to it.
Were you able to keep your parking in the Walmart? I mean,
no, you can if you want to pay big bucks for it, but they'll tell you if they got people going through there and they time how long you're parked there. We rode a bus to the shuttle to the game
from your hotel.
No, from a church by there had parking, so it was pretty cheap. We used it.
Well, that's good. At least you were able to make it an inexpensive, loss to your life.
Yeah. Happy for Lincoln.
Happy for Lincoln. What do the other boys root for? Who are the other boys root
they're
for?
Cowboy fans. So
how in the world did you get get a Packer fan and two Cowboy fans?
Well, that's a funny story too. So
I got 20 seconds.
Well, I left him with a baseball player for babysitting one night when me and Mindy went to up at those Johnny and June's for something up there.
Yeah.
And in the 2 hours, I came back, and the only thing he would say was "Go Pack, go." Ever since then, he's been a Packers fan.
The guy's never been his babysitter again.
Never.
Folks, good luck to you this year. Good luck to the Wolves. Thanks very much for watching, folks. We'll see you next time on Big Talk. Have a great day.